You've probably heard the phrase, as rich as a Jew. It's tossed around casually, sometimes with awe, sometimes with envy. But behind it lies a real reputation. From Brooklyn to Tel Aviv, Jewish communities have consistently built, protected, and passed on wealth across generations. But here's the truth. It's not about luck, secret societies, or wild conspiracy theories. It's about something far more powerful and far more practical. Financial habits. This video isn't about myths. It's about the everyday financial principles that Jewish families have quietly mastered. Decisions anyone can make, no matter where you're starting from. And here's the kicker. You're probably about to make the mistake we cover in tip number 6, one that silently drains most people's wealth. So stick around, because understanding this could change everything. Mistake 1. Lifestyle inflation. You just got a raise. Maybe a nice bonus landed in your account. What's the first thing you want to do? Upgrade your lifestyle, right? A bigger apartment, a newer car, dining out more often. These feel like rewards you've earned. But here's the issue. That upgrade might be quietly destroying your financial future. This is what the experts call lifestyle inflation. It's the sneaky habit of increasing your spending every time your income goes up. And while it feels good in the moment, it's a silent wealth killer that keeps you stuck in a cycle where no matter how much you earn, you never really get ahead. Think about it for a moment. If your income grows by 20%, but your expenses grow by 25%, where does that leave you? Exactly. You're spending more than you earn, or at best, saving nothing extra. You're running faster on the treadmill but not moving forward. The problem with lifestyle inflation is how easy it is to justify. You tell yourself, I worked hard, I deserve this. Or, everyone else is upgrading, why shouldn't I? But here's the truth. Every dollar you spend on lifestyle upgrades is a dollar not invested, not saved, not working for you. The Jewish community has long recognized this trap. They have a powerful saying, who is rich? He who is happy with what he has. Contentment, discipline, and smart money habits will always beat constant consumption. Many Jewish families practice what's called stealth wealth. It means living modestly and avoiding flashy spending even when they can afford it. This mindset helps them build real wealth quietly, steadily, and sustainably. So how do you fight lifestyle inflation? Start by setting a clear spending limit. When your income rises, don't let your expenses rise at the same pace. Instead, allocate a large portion of that increase towards savings and investments. For example, if you get a 10% raise, maybe only increase your lifestyle spending by 2 or 3% and invest the rest. Another powerful habit is automating your savings. Set up automatic transfers that move money into your investment accounts as soon as your paycheck hits. That way, you pay yourself first before you even see the temptation to spend. True wealth isn't about how much you make. It is about how much you keep and grow. That is the way of the Jewish community. Lifestyle inflation tricks you into thinking you're wealthier because you're spending more, but in reality, it keeps you trapped in a cycle of working just to maintain a lifestyle. You could take a minute to let me know in the comments if any of these mindsets resonated with you, and don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. Mistake 2. Relying on one income stream. Here's a truth that most people don't want to hear. Putting all your financial eggs in one basket is a very risky gamble. You might have a steady job, a reliable paycheck, and think you're set. But what happens if that paycheck suddenly disappears? Layoffs happen, businesses close, markets crash. And if you're relying on just one source of income, you're left vulnerable, scrambling to keep up. Relying solely on one income stream is like walking a tightrope without a safety net. Sure, it might feel stable now, but life throws curveballs like a job loss, salary cuts, illness, or unexpected expenses. When that happens, your entire financial foundation can shake. Without other streams of income to catch you, you may have to dip into savings, rack up debt, or drastically cut your lifestyle just to survive. But it's not just about risk, it's about missed opportunities. When you focus all your energy on one job or business, you're limiting your earning potential. You're stuck with whatever growth that single income can offer, which might not keep pace with inflation or rising living costs. Meanwhile, other income streams like rental properties, dividends, side hustles, or freelance gigs could be quietly building wealth in the background. Here's another hidden danger: lack of control. With one income source, you're at the mercy of someone else's decisions. This could be your employer, your market, or your clients. You can't easily scale your income or pivot if things change. That uncertainty creates stress, anxiety, and a feeling of being trapped. The Jewish tradition offers a timeless piece of wisdom here: the need to diversify. The Talmud teaches dividing your money into parts and investing in land, business, and reserves. Though the book is several centuries old, this advice still rings true today. Multiple income streams mean you're not dependent on one paycheck. You create a financial safety net, reduce stress, and open doors to new opportunities. So how do you start? Think beyond your day job. Could you rent out a room, start a side business, invest in dividend-paying stocks, build a freelance skill? Even small steps add up. Think about it for a minute and let me know what you think in the comments. The goal is to build a portfolio of income sources that work for you, not the other way around. Financial security isn't about how much you earn in one place. It's about creating multiple streams that flow together, so if one dries up, the others keep you afloat. Don't bet your life on a single income stream. Diversify, protect yourself, and build real financial freedom. Mistake 3. High-interest debt. High-interest debt is like a parasite feeding on your financial health. It sneaks in quietly, then slowly drains your money, your peace of mind, and your future wealth. Credit cards, payday loans, and other high-interest borrowing might seem like easy fixes when cash is tight, but they come with a hidden cost that can bury you in payments for years. Here's the brutal truth. When you carry a balance on a credit card with, say, 20% or more interest, you're paying a premium that far outpaces what you could earn investing or saving. Imagine this. If you owe $5,000 on a card with 20% interest, you're paying $1,000 a year just to borrow that money. That's money that's gone, never to work for you. And it gets worse. Minimum payments barely make a dent in your balance. Most of your payment goes toward interest, not principal. So your debt barely shrinks, and you stay stuck in a cycle of paying more interest the longer you carry the balance. It's a slow financial death by 1,000 cuts. Numbers aside, high-interest debt steals your freedom. It creates stress, limits your options, and forces you to prioritize debt payments over investing in your future. It's a weight that holds you back from building wealth, buying a home, or saving for retirement. Jewish tradition has a strong stance on this. Charging excessive interest, or ribbit, is considered unethical and is prohibited in many contexts. This isn't just about morality. It's about protecting the community from financial ruin. The wisdom here is clear. Avoid high-interest debt like the plague. Founder of the Rothschild banking dynasty, Mayer Amschel Rothschild was known for his prudence, discretion, and long-term vision. His family's rise from poverty to financial glory was based on careful risk management and avoiding reckless borrowing. So what's the solution? First, avoid taking on high-interest debt whenever possible. Use credit cards responsibly. Be sure to pay the full balance each month. If you already have high-interest debt, prioritize paying it off aggressively. Consider applying strategies like the debt avalanche method, where you pay off the highest interest debts first, or the debt snowball method, where you pay off the smallest balances first to build momentum. If you're overwhelmed, don't hesitate to seek help. Financial counseling or debt consolidation can be tools to regain control. The key is to stop feeding the parasite before it drains you dry. Again, wealth isn't just about how much you make. It's about how much you keep. High-interest debt is the enemy of that principle. Cut it out, and you free up your money to grow, invest, and build a future on your terms. Mistake 4. Impulse spending. The temptation to engage in impulse spending is everywhere nowadays. Imagine you're scrolling through your phone and a flash sale pops up, or you walk into a store and suddenly there's that gadget or outfit calling your name. Before you know it, you've made a purchase you didn't plan for, and maybe don't even really need. You may not realize it, but impulse spending is a stealthy money drain that chips away at your financial goals. Did you know that in 2023, the average American spent about $150 every month on impulse purchases? That adds up to $1,800 a year just on things bought on a whim. And it's not just small stuff. Over half of U.S. shoppers have admitted to spending $100 or more on impulse buys, with 20% admitting to spending over $1,000 impulsively. Imagine what that money could do if it were saved or invested instead. Impulse spending is often driven by emotions, not logic. Boredom, stress, sadness, or even excitement can push you to buy something as a quick fix. Psychologists call it emotional spending. It's a way to feel better temporarily, but the relief is short-lived. Soon after, regret and guilt kick in, and your bank account feels the sting. The Jewish community has a powerful antidote to this: discipline and mindfulness. For centuries, practices like Shabbat, a day of rest and reflection, encourage pausing from the daily rush, including spending. This pause creates space to think before acting, helping to avoid rash purchases driven by fleeting emotions. Impulse buying is especially tricky because it's engineered to hook you. Retailers know exactly how to trigger that "gotta have it now" feeling. They craftily use strategies such as limited time offers, flashy displays, and easy checkout options online and in stores. 8 out of 10 impulse buys still happen in physical stores, where the environment is designed to tempt you. Online, the rise of buy now, pay later, and one-click shopping makes it even easier to spend without thinking. You can fight this. Start with awareness. Track your spending for a month and highlight every unplanned purchase. You might be shocked at how often you buy on impulse. Next, create a cooling-off rule. Wait 24 or 48 hours before buying anything unplanned. This pause helps you say a firm "no thanks" the next time the buying impulse hits. Another powerful tool is budgeting with intention. Allocate a small fun money fund each month, money you can spend guilt-free on treats. This way, you satisfy the urge to reward yourself without ruining your finances. Finally, work on your emotional triggers. If stress or boredom leads to spending, find healthier outlets. This might take the form of exercise, hobbies, or talking with friends. Impulse spending is more than just a bad habit. It's a financial trap that keeps you down. When you do that, you stop feeding the emotional money drain and start taking control of your financial future. Now, you've learned enough about how to build wealth, but how do you make sure your wealth remains intact in your family, even after your passing, like the great Jewish entrepreneurial families? We're talking about that next. Before we continue, if you're enjoying this video so far, give it a thumbs up. Feel free to share it with your family and friends. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to be the first to see our updates. All right, let's dive back into the video. Mistake 5. Ignoring legacy planning. You might think legacy planning is only for the ultra-wealthy and those with vast estates and complicated finances, but that's a misconception. Whether you have a modest nest egg or substantial assets, ignoring legacy planning can lead to chaos, conflict, and lost opportunities after you're gone. Legacy planning isn't just about writing a will or divvying up your possessions. It's a comprehensive process that shapes how your values, your wealth, and your wishes live on beyond your lifetime. It's about consciously deciding what kind of impact you want to leave both financially and personally, and making sure it happens smoothly. Without a clear legacy plan, your estate can get tangled in legal red tape, delays, and disputes. The probate process alone can drag on for months or even years, draining your heirs emotionally and financially. Worse, without proper documents, the courts decide who gets what, which may not align with your intentions. Family disagreements over assets can fracture relationships that took a lifetime to build. Jewish tradition places great importance on passing down not just money, but values, work ethic, and a spirit of giving. Legacy planning allows you to do exactly that by ensuring your family inherits more than just assets. You can create trusts that encourage responsibility and independence, set up charitable foundations to support causes close to your heart, or document family stories and traditions to keep your heritage alive. A powerful example of thoughtful legacy planning can be seen in the life of Meyer Amschel Rothschild, the patriarch of the Rothschild banking dynasty. Meyer understood that true legacy was not just about amassing wealth, but about empowering the next generation to carry forward his vision and values. He meticulously prepared his sons to take over and expand the family business. Rather than simply handing down wealth, he invested in their education, training, and exposure to international finance. Each son was sent to a different European financial center: London, Paris, Frankfurt, Vienna, and Naples, where they established branches of the family bank. This strategic placement not only diversified the family's holdings, but also cultivated independence, responsibility, and entrepreneurial spirit in his heirs. So, what does a solid legacy plan look like? It starts with identifying your goals. What do you want to pass on? Is it financial security for your children? A commitment to philanthropy? Family values and traditions? Once you're clear, you create the tools to make it happen. This can include wills, trusts, powers of attorney, and healthcare directives. These documents protect your assets, minimize taxes, and designate who will manage your affairs if you become incapacitated. Working with professionals such as estate attorneys and financial advisors can help. They help tailor your plan to your unique situation, ensuring that your wishes are legally sound and tax efficient. A well-structured plan can protect your family's privacy, avoid costly legal battles, and provide peace of mind, knowing everything is in place. Ignoring legacy planning isn't just risky, it's a missed opportunity. Good intentions alone won't protect your family or your wealth. Without a plan, your hard-earned assets might not reach the people or causes you care about most, and your family could face unnecessary stress during an already difficult time. It's your chance to shape your family's future, preserve your values, and create a lasting impact. Don't let your good intentions go wrong. Start your legacy plan today and ensure that what you build in life continues to grow long after you're gone. Mistake 6. Chasing get-rich-quick schemes. The promise of fast wealth is seductive. It could be a viral crypto token, a can't-miss stock tip, or a side hustle promising millions overnight. It's easy to believe you have stumbled onto a shortcut to riches. But chasing get-rich-quick schemes is a financial mistake that often leads to losses, stress, and wasted time. The hard truth: quick riches are rarely real. Only around 1 to 20% of day traders actually make profits, and most multi-level marketing participants earn less than $1,000 a year after expenses. These schemes exploit impatience and optimism, offering big payoffs for minimal effort. Maybe not so many people would lose money if they applied a Talmud saying popular within the Jewish community: a person should not rely on miracles. Jewish tradition recognizes that true wealth comes from discipline and steadfast effort over time, not by taking shortcuts. It's no surprise, then, that many successful Jewish persons are known to have worked their way from nothing to the top. Maya Guggenheim, for example, was a poor Jewish immigrant who arrived in America with nothing but a strong work ethic and vision. Instead of chasing quick profits, Guggenheim steadily built a vast industrial empire over decades through mining, smelting, and railroads. His success was no accident. It was the result of patience, reinvestment, and strategic expansion. To avoid the trap of get-rich-quick schemes, research any opportunity thoroughly. Look for exaggerated claims or high-pressure tactics. Be sure to save consistently, diversify investments, and prioritize long-term growth. If it feels too good to be true, trust your instincts and walk away. Chasing get-rich-quick schemes is like betting your future on a dice roll. Build wealth slowly, steadily, and with a plan. That is the Jewish way, the right way. Your patience will pay off. You don't need a secret formula or a stroke of genius to build lasting wealth. It's just about discipline, smart choices, and staying the course. When you learn to avoid these financial mistakes, you won't just make money. You will also secure your future and your family's legacy. If you succeed in applying these insights, you're sure to be more successful than most. If you learned something useful from this video, give it a like, share your biggest takeaway in the comments, and subscribe for more practical wisdom like this. Your journey to financial freedom is just beginning. Catch you in the next one.